Hello and welcome to the channel Gaming Like a Noob. I'm the Noob and I call myself Sonsomi. It's time for another episode of the Welling Save here. And let's see the games we're going to play today. 4 of them as usual. K-Will, MK Dons, Port Vale and Shrewsbury. Or Shrewsbury, yeah. Whatever. You're probably pronouncing that better than I ever do. But we only have one home game, and that's the K-Will game that is coming up right now. After that, we have 3 away games, and the MK Don game is actually in the Papa John Trophy, I think it's called. So that's going to be interesting. See what we can produce in that cup. And I've also fixed with the training here, so that there shouldn't be any resting situations. So let's get on with this. Let's get to the K-Will game. Let's see who we have fresh and fit to play. I'm going to try not to buy any more players. If I'm not, the other transfer window is closing here in the 2nd of September. And I'm going to try to stay out of it because I don't want to buy any more players. We can't afford any more players. We might be needing to buy some players in the January window. Well, not buy, sorry about that. We might be forced to sign some players in the January window. But no, we'll try to stay out of it. There is one little chance if we can get somebody that I feel is really good and that is desperate to find a club. Once this when this window comes, I might be signing a player like that. So I don't want to be completely locking it away, but at the same time I feel that it's a good thing that this with the transfer window as well, because I constantly look for new players to sign, and every time players that I have shortlisted and finding interesting and stuff like that, every time there is a little chance that I can squeeze in and maybe place a bid for him, or should I more say try to sign him, I do that, and of course I shouldn't be doing that because we need to save all our money. Look at all the players that we have. We need to try and get rid of a couple. Now we do have the under 23 players in this one as well, but it's still all of these players are in the first team. Now I've made them available to the under 23, most of them, not Rude though, or Jude Russell is still available to play for us here, but I'm going to give Charlie Wiggett another try, another time in the team here, because I want him to start going up. I wouldn't want him to start developing to the player that I think he could be. And he needs to get some play time, but not as much as he did get before. So it's time to find a balance, and hopefully we will do that now. I will play him today, and then he will be rested or play in the under 23 for a couple of weeks. I'm just going to go show me what you can do, because we're not favorite in any games in this division. We are newcomers. The only game that we might be favorites for is the game against Fulda, because we came up with them and we ended up higher up in the league than they did, so we should have a chance against them. Other than that, every team here has played in a professional league most of their time here. Ooh, good chance by Andrews. Most of them have played for years in the professional league situation, and most of them, or all of them, have been a professional club way longer than we have. So that's a bit scary, of course. And that is why we are a bit of an underdog here as well. So, but hopefully we will be able to stay in the division at least and keep developing. We need to get perhaps some players that gets a little famous and get some. I hate to say it because I don't want to lose any players, because I feel that we have some good players here now and we want to build upon them because they're young and good. But I mean, if somebody came in, said, I'll give you 1 million for Corey Andrews, I'd say, sure. Certainly. But we need some. I don't want to sell. I give you £10,000 for Corey Andrews. I'll say, I'll meet you back and I'll kick the shit out of you. No, but I wouldn't agree to something like that. Definitely not. If there's any way that I feel that I could accept us selling, it's like the Oscar Thorne story. Now, the choice that was made by Oscar Thorne was, of course, not the one that I hoped for. I was hoping that he would pick any of the team that had placed a bid and given 40% of next sale, because I feel that he could develop into a good player, and if he leaves Burnley for another club or a better club even, they could most likely buy him for a couple of millions, and a couple of millions, 40% out of a couple of millions. Let's say they buy him for 10 millions, that's 4 millions for us. So that is some money that we could have used, really. We're only getting a goalless draw here. It wasn't our day. I guess I'm going to go with that. I'm sorry, I was a bit off here. I was talking too much about things, and the game just ran away from me. There weren't many chances in that game. So I guess we'll just have to be satisfied with every point that we can get, even though we're falling even further in the league table with the results that we got now. A goalless draw. But I'm not complaining. We had 1,800 attendance as well, so that's okay, I guess. And yeah, we are just going to be struggling on this season. I think it's not going to be the most exciting of seasons, because I don't think we're going to go anywhere in the FA Cup. We're already out of the League Cup. The Papa John Trophy is going to be tough, and we're going to struggle to stay in this division. Even though we have started it good, you can see that we're starting to fall now, and that this is only going to continue, because I'm 100% sure that we're going to be fighting to be here, and I'm pleased with that, just as long as we stay out of this region down here. But it's going to be a boring season in that sense, because we're not going to have much of the exciting games this season. Still dreaming, still hoping that we will reach a stage where we can face Manchester United away in the FA Cup. Would have been brilliant. The amount of money we could get from that, it would really hold us over water for at least a month or two. So yeah. Let's see, competition scout. Yeah, we're going to scout the Papa John Trophy. Start assignment. Other than that, we don't care. Well, wait a minute. The FA Youth Cup? Let's scout that one as well. And that's another one. but I don't remember if he was one of the players that I really wanted or just wanted. But he's not. He has signed, so it's nothing. Nothing to get upset about, because we can't even try to. Oh, Andrews being the player of the month. The 2 hat-tricks that he scored must really be worth something. So 6 goals in 5 appearances, but that's the 6th. The crazy thing is that 3 of those games he's been without scoring then. So yeah, and I know that his assist was in that 5-2 victory where he scored one of his hat-tricks. So he's been without points in 3 games. So that's not very good. But yeah, those 2 games where he was terrific for us, scoring 2 hat-tricks, a hat-trick a game there in each of those games. So maybe he's worth it, maybe he's not, I don't know. End of current financial fair period. Oh, are they going to check up on us month to month? We're going to be having trouble there. I guess they're going to put some transfer thing on us, because we're just going to lose money every single month. We've already lost 42,000. Well, that was lost the previous month, I hope, not the first day of this month. I don't know though. This season we have lost 500,000. Oh snap. We are currently spending too much on our players. We should really need to get rid of somebody, or someone's, a couple of players perhaps even. I'm trying to get him out of the club, but he doesn't seem to leave. I'm trying to get rid of Noob, and this is really bad. How are we going to get... Let's see, who earns that much money? 2,000 on Joe Bennett, and we're trying to sell him as well, but nobody wants to buy him because he has too high of a salary. And other than that, we have quite normal salaries on the players, so really shouldn't be. But we have too many players. Yes, I can agree with that. But damn it, we're going to get in trouble. I just know that we're going to get in trouble. How are we going to solve that? Well, the first thing we need to do is that we put a transfer embargo on ourselves. I'm going to have to, however much I fancy a player to come to us, whatever deal I think it has the potential to be, I'm going to have to stay away from it. I'm going to have to say that no to myself. No. You're not going to sign that player. We have more important financial situation to take care of. So no, stay away. But fortunately, the window closes here. That's good for because we can't get any players out, but it's bad because we can't get any players out. Well, we can sell. We can still sell to the lower leagues, Vanarama North and South. I think they can still buy our players, so that's okay, but I'm not going to be taking part. I'm going to decline that. Yep, not much people will come and see the game against us. Don't know where they are in League One, so they're favourites, of course, and we're going to play away. So same division that Leyton Orient played, that kicked us out of the League Cup. So yeah, I don't say anything more about that. It's just a reminder. But this might be a loss as well. We have come down to earth after the 2 starting games, which were tremendous and made us feel like we actually had a chance to do something in this division as well. We have been brought down to earth again, and now we are, yeah, know that we're going to struggle for the rest of the season, of course. So, but it's okay. It's okay. We'll survive, hopefully. We really do hope that we can reach a steady position in the league here, so we don't have to go back down to the Vanarama League, National League. And I wouldn't be, if I could be sure, if I could be sure that it wouldn't, we are not allowed to land him, so that was not a, if I could be sure that I would keep my job, I wouldn't say no to go out again, because now we've become professional and now we need to rebuild everything else. We need to, or not rebuild, because we've never been this big of a club, but now we need to build upon the training facilities, about the youth and everything. And it really doesn't matter. It's of course better to be in this division because it gives us a bit of money, but other than that, going down can bring us trophies. Maybe we win the division again, or we can win the FA trophy and stuff like that, which raises our reputation, which would be able to give us some money perhaps. And what we really would love is, of course, to get some sponsorship running and so on and so forth, which is looking very dim. It's not looking like we are going to be giving that here either. He just still doesn't want to join us, so that's good, because we are not going to buy him, or should I say we shouldn't sign him. But it's hard. It's hard to say no to good players. You want them in your club, but we need to have the money, of course, and so on and so forth. But I think we've done a good start, which is important. But we're starting to slip now, and I am getting a bit worried that we won't reach stay in the division, I should say, not reach, but we will fall into a place where we will have to fight for a chance to stay in the division. I'm just going to do, he's angry. He didn't like what I had to say. Okay, I don't know who that is. Corinth has a request. It sounds a bit strange. It sounds like somebody is in my club is trying to want to request a transfer, but it's not. He's playing for this sort of club, and probably a player on our shortlist, yes. So that's why he wants to leave. I think that's one of the players that, no, it's not. So I don't really know. I don't remember how I found him, but yeah, because I generally I keep myself by looking into the young youth teams in the English leagues and running through them and try to see if I can find some good players. But yeah, that's just the way it is. And here we go. Transfer window has closed. Terms. Here are the big. There are teams. No, that's not in this division, is it? Yeah, they've sold him. Fleetwood have sold for £2.5 million this Jason Byrne. That's something that we would love. To find a player that would be worth that kind of money. Even 1.3 would be terrific. Look at that. He's a good goalkeeper. And he's just something that Shrewsbury signed for free. Biggest spenders is Fleetwood, 375,000. Well, that's interesting, since they got 2.5 million from Burnley for their player, and we are the most active. We've transferred with 21 players, and yeah, I don't know if I've strengthened the club or just made the financial situation a really hard problem for this club. Oh well. Let's see. John Curry's played out of position. Played out of position. He's been playing as a central defender. If he's played out of position, he might have been played out of this his what should we call it? I wanted to play him as a ball playing, and maybe they wanted to play him as just a central defender. That I can agree, but he hasn't been played out of position. That's just crazy. And this is, now that the transfer window have closed, Welling have a final chance to confirm their player registration list for the League 2. I think we're going to be putting in Man Mikkelsen just in case he gets... none of the others is players that I want to use. Okay, I couldn't put him in. Okay, I thought I was able to do that. I guess I couldn't. There's registration. Yeah, maybe we can. I'm gonna try to put Man Mikkelsen on the last position there. I know he's not. There's no way he's going to be able to play for us. I know that because he hasn't got a work permit. But if he gets a work permit, I'm sure I want to play with him as much as possible, so that to see if he can develop and become as good as possible, and of course to keep his work permit, and maybe we can earn some money on him or something, because he seems to have good numbers. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see here. Coleman happy, promise kept. Yeah, McMahon happy, promise kept. Now that's another player. I signed him as well. He looked quite good, but he's going to play in the. You can see here that the potential on him is extremely well. But look at this, just going downward in his training. There's something wrong with our training, of course. This player is also just going down, not up. But they're training with the first team. They just play their games in the under-23 so that they do get some games. But I guess those games aren't good enough, or maybe they don't play often enough. We can see here Robert Stokes is away on international, so we're going to be putting in Jude there as a reserve, and Charlie Wiggett is going to be playing from start today. Has he been training better? Marking's been better, crossing been worse, so we're going to have to see. He's not ready for it yet, but 2.5 star now. That's okay. He's unconvinced. No suitable best role for this position. Well, he should be becoming experienced in that position, I hope, long before the season is over. I hope he's there in a couple of weeks. I think we're going to go with this team. Hopefully we can get a point or something to start out in this division here. Here's Charlie Wiggett going on from Robert Stokes, and of course Afuka is not pleased not getting, and loads of players are lacking tactical familiarities. So we do have some problems, of course, but yeah, I want them to train on it then, and sooner or later they'll learn how to play this way that I am playing them, and hopefully they will melt into the system that I am creating here and the way that I want them to play. So, but it's going to be a tough time before that happens, and it is a bit of a struggle because I don't know how good the players are. I can see their numbers there, but that really does only say half of everything. And here they score 1-0 for MK Dons. As I said, we're going to struggle this season. I've said it before, but at least we get 2 more games in that cup at least, and both of the other games we're going to play at home. This is the only away game, so yeah, might be nice. I don't know if you share the ticket money here, because if you share the ticket money here, then maybe we should have gotten away games against the other teams instead of this team. Because the other teams, I think, is Fulham under 23. I don't think that they're going to be playing on that arena. And look at there's not much people here. The arena looks empty, but it's a big arena. It seems like there's room for plenty of attendance in this arena. Here they come again. We are being totally demolished in this game. And yeah, Emir is so tired that I think, let's just see what happens here. Oh crap. Emir is so tired that I'm going to bring on Kaya already instead of him. Ubadje should be taken off, and Afuka should be taken off as well. Here's Jade. He's so tired, but he gets it in, and oh, Afuka. He was close to score there. Kaya, let's see if he can be of any use here. His first touch there with the header. Here's Gardner trying to find Jude. He does find Jude. Jude runs with the ball. Can he get it in? He gets it into Dolby. Oh, Dolby does not get any control of that ball. So, I mean, I could do the second half by the burst are the wingers. So I think I'm going to be doing like this. I'm going to have Gladwin play on that side, and I'm actually going to put Jake Fisher in on the other side. I know I have no more players to change, but that's the way I'm going to play in the second half. Pump my fist. Let's see, I know that you're better than this and that you can do things here. Gladwin and Fisher in, Afuka and Jude out. Now that's 2 really good wing players that I take out, and 2 players that are having problems. Gladwin is... Oh, Fisher, you should... Oh! Crap. When I was young, you would have said that that was woman football. When the players stood in a bunch like that. But more that they followed that on the entire pitch. They weren't spread out, so to speak, and you call that women's football because, or girl football, because female football wasn't popular at all back then. So here we go, Andrews. Oh! Smokes. Gardner. Oh. Dolby. Come on. Would have been nice if we can do something in this game. But they have been in full control in this game. 1,624 attendance. That's, you can see how many empty seats there are here. So that's a bit of a shame, because they could bring some money into it if they fill this stadium. But yeah, that's not to be. We are not going to get a goal, are we? We are totally lost here in this game, that's for sure. Can't do any more changes. Not that I know of, though. No, still only 3 changes. Yes, good or bad, however you see it. Quite quiet, quite even though in both chances or shots and goals and stuff like that. Instead they had 9. Okay, they have 9. That's 4 more for 5. They have 53 of the possession. We had 47. That's not far off. So we did. The result 2-0 doesn't really reflect everything when it comes to the statistics later on. But yeah, we couldn't find the way into the net. So, and they didn't like it. They didn't like that I said that they couldn't help it, that they were faced with a greater opponent, because they were. It's 1 division higher, and Dalby has not scored a single goal yet. That's actually giving me some thoughts. Maybe I should change him. Maybe I should put give somebody else the opportunity to try that position. I'm actually thinking, what's his name? Glenn Wade, actually. Try to give him the opportunity, perhaps. I think I'm going to do that. Just to try and put some pressure on Sam Daly as well. You can't continue just to play or not to score when you're a striker. You need to score. Flahaven, I want to get him back into the team. But yeah, he hasn't scored either, had he? Yes, he's scored 1 goal. Corey Andrews still on 6 goals, and now he's played 7 appearances. Still, he's got some high average rating still, but he's not been. You can see here, last 5 games, he's down to 6.52. So he's falling from grace pretty quick here. So, oh, he's yellow now. He seems to have learned how to play in that position. Afuka. So let's go in to him here. And yes, competent. But he wants to play as an inverted winger, to be honest. But we have him as a winger and support. So yeah, I think he's got some good numbers for that. And yeah. This is interesting. Let's hope that he can continue to develop as well, then, that his numbers are going up and that he can reach his potential, which is another star. So yeah, good. Getting him into that. And now Stokes is away on international duty, so I know he's going to be away for the Port Vale game, since that was the game that they were asking me if I should postpone it because he was away on international duty. And I said no, let's play that game anyway. I don't want a tight schedule later on just because I have a player away on international duty, or 6, but only 1 of them are actually a first team choice. None of these are. That's the weird thing, but yeah. We want... Butler wants to talk. Just gonna have to be satisfied with the position that he has. We would love to sell him. I guess. But I don't know who's the second choice if we get both Bennett and Butler sold, because we have Terenci, he's the first choice there, but I don't think we have a second choice or a fourth choice that would be after Joe Bennett and Dan Butler. So yeah, they want me to play Dan Butler. I don't think I want that, unless Terenci is really, really tired. So let's get to the game. And Dan Butler gets injured for 4 weeks. That's not a back strain. Not good. Definitely not good. So a game against Port Vale now then. I guess this is the 3rd game of the episode. So only 1 game after this and then the episode is over. Stern Irvine, the player that we would have loved to get back to our club. We remember him with fond memories when he played for us way back in our very first season. He was probably the best player that we had, and he was the best trainer. He trained very well. I was constantly giving him praise because he's trained exceptionally well, if I don't remember incorrect. And he's been back to Notts County, and he's been playing in Notts County, but he's never had a season over 7. And he's actually only played as good as he did with us 1 season. Other than that, he's been below. Now, of course, playing down in National League South is, of course, not the same thing as playing in League 2. That's just something that we have to acknowledge, of course. But yeah, would have been great to get him back. But as I said, I can only sign players on free transfer, and I think he's probably have a lot of he costs money. We would have to put up a couple of bucks to get him to sign, because he's a contract all the way to 26, and estimated cost is somewhere around 750 and 1.7 millions. So yes, he would cost a lot of money for us. So no way that's going to happen. Let's see, League 2 preview. Let's go into this. Yeah. Is there any way for us to see, the value here? 115,000. I mean, we have no player even close to £1 million. So 230, I think he's one of the most valuable players that we've got in that case, which is kind of sick that we can compete against the other teams. I mean, 64,000 is all that Corey Andrews is worth. Come on. They take us for idiots. Just because we're a small little club, it doesn't matter how good our players is. They can just sign our players on subpar payments, and that's sickening, to be honest. Don't like it at all. But now we have Port Vale to look forward to. Let's see if we can take this game and win it. Would have been good. Toby Egan is back in full fitness. Doesn't really matter. He's on the bench, not playing. So an okay pitch. And yeah, we're going to have to play with the same team since Robert Stokes is still away on international duty. I am actually considering, should I put Jude Russell in there instead of, let's see how the stars, same star rating, so doesn't matter. Let's keep Charlie Wiggett in there. That's our captain as well, so could be good to keep him there. Other than that, the team seems to be sort of fresh. Good to see that there is yellow stars on him now. he's trained up so he can play in that position at least. And now he's only competent, but at least he is competent to play in that position. Hopefully he will continue to develop, and that position will eventually feel like a natural thing for him. Now let's see what Glenn Wade can do instead of Sam Daly. And he'll get the entire game, or not the entire game perhaps. Perhaps we'll put in Flahaven or something like that. Can I expect a win today? I'm going to do that now. I know we're underdogs, but go on and give the fans the performance that they expect. But nobody was reacting very good to that. But we are underdogs. We are underdogs in every game in this division. We've just been promoted, and we've not been able to assign any great players, to be honest. More than the 2 central defenders, and one of them are away on international duty. I think those are the only 2 that we've been able to get that I feel is a class to play in this division. And those are both borrowed players, which makes it a bit awkward because we can't build around those players. Well, we can't build around any players really in Welling United, because if they become good, clubs come and buy them. It's the reality. It's the way it is in real life. It's just a shame that we can't get the money that he's worth. I mean, or they are worth. I mean, they got 2.5 million for their player Fleetwood just because they are a team with more reputation, have been in this situation longer, and of course the player was certainly better than Oscar Thorne, of course, but if they could get 2.5 million for him, and I would say maybe 1 million wouldn't be out of the question to get from Oscar Thorne, actually. But yeah, it's the way it is. We're going to be having to build up our reputation. We're going to have to try to reach higher in all the competition and stuff like that, and eventually we as well will get millions of pounds for our players, and maybe one day we'll even pay millions of pounds to get young, great players to this club and be up there trying to win the Premier League or maybe even the Champions League. Wouldn't that be something great? Now I know that's if we ever do it, if we ever manage to do it. I know it will be many seasons from now, maybe 20 seasons or something like that before we are there. At least 10 or 15 before we even could reach the Premier League, and that if things are going right for us. Some real, should I say, problems, and I could get fired and everything could be over. But I want to, my struggle and my hope is that we one day will be up in the Premier League and fighting against United, United, City, Liverpool, and all of those great teams. But yeah, that's so far away. But it is my goal, of course. Now, I'm not going to say that it's going to happen because I don't even know if I'm going to be able to stay in this division. Andrews! Oh! Finally he's back on the score sheet! Finally! Well done, Corey Andrews. Very well done. Glenn Wade doesn't seem to be the right player up front either. So, oh, holy smokes. That was close. very close for them to get an equalizer in. But I'm thinking maybe I should give Flahaven the opportunity to play there, but at the same time, look at all of this. All of the midfielders are extremely tired. So, of course, Emil Hayes is going to come off. So, Kaya is going to be getting to play there. Oof. We were lucky there. Let's hope that Kaya will be able to keep that midfield together so that we can keep the ball away from our penalty area again, like we did in the beginning of the game. But here they come again. Come on. No, yeah, good. Wiggett, Terenzi trying to find Andrews. He does find Andrews, but he's way off on the side. Here's Wade, Jude, Gardner, and oh, so close! So close for Gardner. And here we're going to be taking off these wingers as well and give Jake Fisher and Gladwin the opportunity to try and keep this result. 5 minutes of added time. Way too much. But it's running away, and it seems like we get another three-pointer. We get a three-pointer away against Port Vale. Incredible. Very happy with my lads. That was a terrific game. And we played very well, and yeah, I can't say anything negative about that game. We were a bit lucky, of course, as well. They did create a lot of chances. So, yeah. Strange thing is, we are a London team. There should be loads of firms or a lot of businesses that would be interested in sponsoring us, but we haven't got anything more than our shirt sponsor. Main kit sponsor for 13,000. Okay, until the summer. What's that? What's that all about? Why ain't there coming in any other sponsorships? We've become a professional club. We have climbed 2 divisions. We're in the professional leagues. We are a professional club. We are, I mean, I don't get it. I really don't get it. But looking at this now, let's see what we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we played 3 games in this episode. So Shrewsbury is the last game. I remember that now. And look at that. Notts County is down. We are in the same division as Notts County. Yeah, that's true. They were in League 2. So we're going to be facing off against Stern Irvine this season. That's going to be interesting. That's really interesting, actually. That's a game you don't want to miss. And Glenn Wade makes his professional, so he never played any games for Chelsea? I guess not. That's interesting. First game he plays is for us. Well, he certainly, I'm sure he's played a lot of under 23 and stuff like that. Well, only 23 and 4 goals. Is that all? Maybe I should have taken a look at that as well. But yeah, never mind. But I'm thinking Glenn White, one of the things here, finishing, he's not very good at finishing. And we have taken him off personal additional focus here. So let's put that on, which is shooting. I was thinking of finishing and I was reading and shooting, so I guess it just came out fishing. So I'm going to train him on that. He gets extra training on finishing and long shots and technique here. I think that is what he needs, or what I want him to develop now at least. So let's hope he can do that. Let's move on here. It seems like Filder has started the season quite good. 6 games unbeaten run is ended. But they're way down there anyway. Alright. And they must have gone through in some cup or something, because they haven't had 6 games without a loss here. There's only 3 games here, so they might. I think they've actually won the League Cup game, or how does it look? League Cup, they went out, so that doesn't seem to be right. 6 unbeaten games, it comes to an end. They've lost 3 games in a row here, so that's... Don't know what they're talking about in the news there. Filled the 6-game unbeaten away run. Oh, right. I missed that away. I'm terribly sorry. Tell you what, I've said this before in an episode, but I do suffer from dyslexic, and I am a dyslectic, or whatever you say, and that makes me miss words sometime, and it does. It's been a problem, of course, but I've learned to live with it, and it's not easy. It sort of hinders you from progressing in a lot of things, because people don't trust, or people don't feel that you have the ability to do stuff that you very well know yourself that you're quite capable of, because they feel that if he's not capable of spelling, how can he be capable of doing this and that and so on? I know that's a fact, and I've heard it several times, so I've given up fighting for a lot of things because of it, but I keep on living, should I say. Keep on doing what I can to be able to continue here. Have he gotten any more? He's played 27 caps now. He was only on 24 before. So there is a slim chance that if he played enough international that he can get work permit. And that would have been great, but that chance is so slim that I don't think it's going to be happening. But yeah. No, it's rejected again, unfortunately. Let's see, this is Chris Bengu. Let's praise him, put arms around and praise him because he's been training well. I think there's got to be some extra training from ball control, perhaps. Yeah, that could be it. Try to get that up, ball control. And here we see the application has been rejected. I think I need to try and get him loaned out. Try to lend him out. I don't care. They can play him wherever he wants. But just as long as he gets games. He needs to get games so that he can get back into the... Oh, crap. Corey Andrews out for 9 days. He's pulled groin. That's not good. So we're going to have to do without him against Shrewsbury. But I think that's the only game he seems to be missing out on. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we couldn't. No, he will be back for the game after that. If he's fit enough to play for it, I don't know. But he's going to be back for the game. His injury is going to be over anyway. So let's put Neil Flahavan, and then let's bring Sam Daly back on the bench. And now Corey Andrews is completely out of the team. And maybe we should put in Sam Daly again and keep Glenn on the bench, because he was a bit tired as well. So let's see. We have a couple of days of training and rest before we are there, though, but yeah. It's interesting to see. Well, now we have a lot of defence training here. Should be something for Charlie Wiggett. But yeah, we're just going to have to see. Wellington United player named in in League 2. We have some players in this. Yeah, Coriander is, of course. Yeah, team of the week. He scored for us, so I guess every time he scores, he gets a trophy or an award. Don't know how I feel about that, if I'm happy or if I'm envious, because he's not been playing good for very many games. I think he has 7 or 8 games that he's played and he's scored 7 goals, I think. But we'll just have a look at it. Shouldn't just be talking about, we can just have a look. Played 8 games, scored 7 goals. But the thing is that he's been totally goalless in 5 of those games. So, yeah. But, yeah, I'm of course very pleased with the hat-tricks that he did. Both the first and second hat-trick was tremendously important for us, and we wouldn't be able to be up here if we haven't had him to score against those teams there. But I know we don't belong up here. I know we're going to be falling down again. But as long as we can stay there, I'm happy, and try to find a way to end up as high as possible so that we don't go out of the division. I'm not very eager to actually try and, what should I say, get promotion, as I've said before. I think it's safer for us to stay in this division no matter what. However good we play, I think it's better to stay in this division. So, yeah. Another away game. I mean, we must lose money, something tremendous. And we have next game is also a away game against Notts County. And that's going to be interesting to see what we can do against Stern Irvine, who we personally would love to sign to this club. So, yeah. Let's see what... But first of all, we'll have to fight against Shrewsbury here. And this goalkeeper, it keeps getting the best trainer every week out and week out. And look at Isma Bojang. Do you want to get back into the team or what? Or do you really have you gone into the situation where you think that, nah, I'm not going to be bothered with concentrating on my career as a footballer. I think I'm going to be staying away from it. So, but that would just be a stupid thing to do. So I hope he reconsiders that, of course. So let's get on with it. Let's get that last game of this episode on the way as quick as possible so that we can end this episode. It's been a long day today as well, and as I said, the post-COVID thingamajig is really pounding on me. I'm having some dizzy spells that, yeah, I hate it, but not much I can do more than wait it out. At least that's what they tell me. Every time I seek help at doctors and stuff, they tell me you just have to wait it out, get a lot of rest, and so on and so forth. And the more rest I get, the worse my body gets, of course, because I need to move my body because, yeah, it's an important thing of the human survival to move the body. But yeah, I just have to, of course, do what I'm told. So now we have Stokes back. Maybe he can bring us something good in this struggle to get back into a winning way. Well, I'm not saying that we haven't been playing okay, because I mean, winning away against Port Vale was a very good result, and it was made without Robert Stokes. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Nothing to lose here, so you know what you're capable of. So let's get on with the game, and let's see if we stand a chance against Shrewsbury. So yeah, interesting. Here's Coleman to Dalby. Gets it to Gardner, to Flahaven, to Jude. Gardner, Jude, Terenzi. Terenzi gets by and oh, holy smokes! Jude reaches that ball before the goalkeeper, and it's 1-0 for Welling United. Super. Let's hope that we can end this episode with a win. 3 new fresh points would be glorious to get just before we end this episode. Dalby. Afuka gets by there. He gets in there. Oh, and he shoots quite good. Or his shot is quite good, maybe I should say. Not much power on it though, but it did for once go on the goal. Even if it was straight into the... Ooh. Even if it was straight into the hands of the goalkeeper, Afuka did actually manage to get the ball towards the goal this time when he did shoot. It's been going meters outside of the goal every other time that I've seen him try to shoot like that. So I guess that could be something that he's off position, not playing in the position that he should be, but then it's okay, because then he's going to be better and better at it, of course, because he's going to be better and better at playing in that position, which has already been proven. Terenzi, Flahaven, but they steal the ball back, and we steal the ball back by Jude. Jude tries to reach Hughes, but they steal it back. Now there's danger. Get the ball away. Oh, crap. Not into our goal. Away from our side of the pitch. Crap. Holy crap on a cracker. Not good. Not good at all. And our players are getting a bit tired as well, which is annoying that they're getting so tired so quick. I mean, these match preparation trainings are hardly taking anything out of the player. If you look up the things underneath the training schedules, that it's just a slightly... Okay, so I guess I'm gonna have to do some changes here to see what can happen, and we're gonna give Jude Russell an opportunity to get his first game under his belt. See what happens with him on the pitch. And Kaya is going to try to do something about the midfield, I guess. There's Jason Steele, and not even reaching our players. Here they come again. Russell is there. That's a good header from Russell to get the ball away, and here they come again. Steele gets that ball though. I think that was Stokes marking that was missed. Good ball by the goalkeeper, Flahaven. I don't think he's going to be good enough. It doesn't seem like it. I wonder if it's just that he needs more games to be played to get in shape, or if he's not capable of playing in this division, Flahaven. He was good for us last season and scored a lot of goals. This season, yeah, sure, he didn't get to play in the beginning, but still he played a lot of substitutions and stuff like that in the pre-season games, and he still hasn't played very well this season, so he might be over. Would be sad though, because I think he'd probably have a lot of potential. We just have to take it as it is. And here they come again. let's give Jake Fisher the opportunity to play some. It's not many, just 5 minutes for him to play, but that's better than none, I guess. And it would be a day to remember if he scores an equalizer here, but it doesn't look like it. But it is what it is. I've said it all along, we are going to fall in division because we are not a very good side. So we are missing out on a lot, but it's important that we try to of course get us a good position as possible. It would be great if we could get to the playoff. That would be really something, especially since that could bring us some more money and maybe some sponsorships and stuff like that. But yeah, that's a dream scenario, and I would still try to lose. Even if I reach the final of the playoff, I will still try to lose that final so that we won't go up a division. So this episode is he's been, now it's taken this long for him to get 20 games for Forest Green. Oh my God, he's been there for 3 years. And that's all he's been given. Oh, why did they buy him from me then? Oh well. Do like, subscribe and all that nice stuff. And stay safe, have fun. And I'll just end with bye 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 bye.